Welcome back. It's on the record. Tuesday nights, 8 o'clock. And I just want to let you all know we're coming right back on the 7th of January. We're taking a 1-week break just to get everything in order. You know, I had to clean my house too. I ain't making no, actually, yeah, but I had a big time and all. Oh, don't even anyhow. Tomorrow is Christmas, and we just want to extend everyone happy, merry. Even if you're not into the Christmas, it don't matter. Let the Christmas spirit prevail. A friend of mine on Facebook, Kalissa Grogan, KG, I just want to shout you out what you did. She found a wallet in a taxi, and inside the wallet, $1,200 and something. But she also saw a man's ID and driver's permit. So in her mind, and by I mean in her mind, she's actively thinking on Facebook, what should I do with this? Should I carry it to the police? Should I carry it for the guy? In the end, she took it back to the home, and at the time, the man, he was pulling bull. He borrowed a car so he could pull some bull, trying to make up a little money, because the money he had lost was for his Christmas groceries, and he was pulling bull. So KG, I want to tell you in front of the whole world, what you did really bring the Christmas spirit home for me. And you know, forget all the tree and what you get, what you don't get. A lot of people out there suffering and working real hard, and sometimes you just need a little bit of spark from you to get inspired to do something great. So KG, big shout out. Fellas, thanks a lot for joining us on this set. I want to talk, before we go, about Caribbean T20. Now, Vinod, I see the West Indies selling the ripest cherry in the world. The West Indies cricket might be in the doldrums, but no matter where we go, people want to play us. People still want to see a man 6'6" coming down the road with a ball in his hand, pelting hard stone. That's what we want to see
Is that true?
the world over.
Be careful with that word pelting in cricket.
Well, apparently they are pelting.
But they're putting us in all sorts of venues now to play, not the traditional venues. We still are the West Indies team. We're not still selling out venues over the world anymore.
Nah, what they're doing now is any area that they find you want to develop this sport, they send West Indies to play.
You know what? Regardless of whether we are circus, they still want to see the clowns. You understand? So, enough respect to the West Indies, the men who have stood in the purple for the whole history of this game. You all have done something, and this generation may not be getting it right all the time, but we will return, and that is something. But we will return at a much discount rate, because
you know what?
we sell the thing. What's going on there? Your partner Ajmal Khan,
WICB, right? They are suffering from the same fate that Tim Key is suffering from.
Which is what? Cluelessness? I mean, sorry, what were you saying?
No one has faith in the WICB.
Right.
So, Julian Hunt was the president, Dr. Ernest Hilaire the CEO. Then Ramnaran at the point in time was the president of the West Indies Players Association, and he did a wonderful job in exposing these guys for what they really were.
And he make real money in court from that man.
17 arbitrations the man won.
Wow.
So in between him and Lasana, I must get a suit borrow. Right? But here was a situation where the WICB had the 4-day regional tournament unsponsored, the 50-over tournament unsponsored, the T20 tournament unsponsored, because they had to carry the burden for a couple of years. And then they now sold the rights to the T20 because of the fact that they had no confidence that people would have come on board. So you sell the rights to Virus International, all of a sudden everyone comes on board. You know why?
This is the thing. Why? Tell me why.
It's the same thing we spoke about in football. It's about investor confidence. People have no confidence in the WICB.
And
now, under the new president,
tripping over themselves. Some games you have 4 sets of dancer girls. You don't know who to observe.
Right, and the
while
WICB
they dance in their tiny clothes.
You know they have banned that at the IPL.
IPL, that's a whole different thing. Don't ever lose your head and ban that in the Caribbean. Stop it. Go ahead.
But just get back to the point. The WICB were of the firm view that they couldn't sell it, and they knew why. You have a new president now, and he is, trying to do the same thing that Tim Key is trying to do. bring back that investor confidence. I see now that Nagico has come on board to sponsor the Super 50 that will be played in Trinidad and Tobago, as well as the Ministry of Tourism in Trinidad.
You gotta look at that figure that they signed on for.
Well, I had asked, after you spoke to me, I had asked, and one of the directors said that they didn't want to reveal it.
But they don't want to reveal nothing.
But we have a way of finding out things. So
we had to dig.
We'll get that.
We had to dig.
Yeah, so
how much money did CPL make last year?
CPL didn't make money last year.
How did they make money last year? I know of a young man who was buying tickets, let's just say, and maybe if you want to call it scalping the tickets, he buying the tickets for how much it was? $60, $80 or something like that. Selling them. The final demand, no, it wasn't the final. The last game Trinidad played.
Semi-finals.
Was $300 and $400 he selling the tickets.
Yeah, but that wouldn't really, in the overall scheme of things, that wouldn't record a profit. The scalper probably did well. But
he bought 200 tickets at, I think it was $60 to $80, and sell each one of them for no less than $200.
Yeah, but you remember, let's say like a mobile, they come on board, they bought the Trinidad and Tobago franchise, the TNT Red Steel. Remember, they have to pay players. Right?
Yeah, but they have to play players anyway. If nobody show up and nobody watches, they still have to play players.
I see some men cash in money like 200,000 TT, and they hardly get a game in the CPL. You understand?
Right.
So imagine the guys who are in the higher brackets. The guys
when this new season will start?
It's going to start a bit earlier this year, 2 weeks earlier, so it's going to be mid-July. Right now, there's a reason for that. In mid-July, and you might like this, there are actually 6 international countries that have players who are free at that point in time. And they've all expressed an interest. So we're not going to get fellas like, well, I don't want to call names, but some
hot scrapers, like, don't even call names.
Some men
we getting top draw talent.
Yeah, some men came here on a holiday, on a vacation, really.
I will have to confess, let me tell you something. The world, I've never gone to a live cricket match. Never. I might change that. West Indies women will be my first cricket match. They're looking actually good. And there's win. So I don't mind putting on that shirt.
Libert said something earlier on with guys having no money and getting together for a cause. Those girls, they don't really get much money.
Not girls, it's big women. You have to build on the team.
No, most of them young, man. But they don't really get much money. But you know what they have? Passion. You know what they want?
Balls, but then that might be wrong.
Nah.
No, they have cojones.
You know what they want? They want space on your show.
I will bring them. Especially Stacey and King. Make that happen, Vinod. I know you're the man. Anyway, we wrap it up here, fellas. Throughout all you had to talk. I know all you had to shout out somebody. I know that. So, this is your moment. To all my 100 and so viewers. No, seriously. I know you had to say something about your it's been a real good year for Wired 868. I want to thank you for the match commentary. I read that and it's like if I'm there, man.
Yeah, man. Wonderful.
And Vinod, you've been really slugging out for the sport, and you have a gap in the newsroom in the Guardian. We lost one of our colleagues the other day, and that gap is really the community-based cricket. We talked about West Indies cricket and we focused on Trinidad and Tobago football at the senior level, but football is from crib and cricket too. They have 5-year-olds playing cricket, hard cock ball, and I was very stunned. But and you guys definitely watch the sport and observe and really follow the sport from the roots, So shout out who you are to shout, I don't talk.
Yeah, well, just to say what Wired 868 is about, really. We try to be a space where people could come to get more in-depth knowledge of what's happening in the sport. Primarily football. Of course, we plan to expand beyond there. So you're going to get your news, you're going to find what's happening behind the scenes, you're going to get information fast. I mean, other than that, you probably know that we have a very vibrant satirical section as well.
Yes.
Where you could come and you could get some spin on the news, and whether it is politics or general news and football and everything else. So really, Wired is just about analysis, and it's about creativity and some fun. So
Wired868.com, check it out.
Well, I don't really want to call out anyone, but I want to congratulate you, T. And not because of the show or the fact that every time I travel you build my logo at the Trinidad Guardian.
There you go.
But I came in the studio this afternoon and I was greeted by two very distinguished young gentlemen, your sons. And what I've noticed, even at the Guardian newsroom and even here now, you know, you always have those guys around you, and you know they're very respectable young children. We love them at the Guardian, you know that. And you know, it's a lesson for people in Trinidad and Tobago to be involved in your children's life. And my brother, I want to big you up for that.
Hey, thanks a lot, man. And also remember that daycares are very expensive. Anyhow, folks, thanks for watching. It's been a real good year, and you know, continuing to build this thing. Somebody told me last week, you know, respect. They like how I dig into the facts. They don't let nobody get away, but it's done respectfully. And I try to give you all that, but you know, it's not about me. The 7th, tune in, 8 p.m. on the record. Thanks for watching. Have a great year. Season's greetings. We are.
Tonight.